What's up? This is Mike Magee. I'm with Calen, Carr, and Susannah Calen, and you are watching This Week in MLS.
Yeah.
Wow, that's perfect.
Sounds good.
What's up, everybody? Calen, I gotta ask, have you thawed out yet from your RSL experience? Because I have to say, I usually get real FOMO of your Instagram when you're on these movement shoots, but you were in Salt Lake City with no jacket on, and it was snowing, and I'm just worried about you. Are you okay? Are you still
There's a part of
feeling
me
it?
that will always be cold.
I'm not surprised,
But you know what keeps
man.
me warm? You and your new Coachella hat.
Calen,
Festival life.
listen, I'm kind of digging this hat, and
Yeah.
Calen, I think Calen's on the fence.
That's cool.
But I'm just gonna
Where's your,
wear it and rock with
you
it.
got your guitar in the back?
Also,
the
look,
banjo?
it's all
What's
part of
going
my
on there?
brand, you guys. And
she's getting hipper every week.
Speaking of this, I want everybody to know that the BTW with me and Yella getting inked is coming out this week. So
All
keep
right,
an eye out
I'm
for
excited.
it. And I'm just gonna throw this out there. Yella has a secret tattoo that we'll all find out about.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Secret tats.
Secret tats.
Mind
Secret
blowing.
tats. All right, we have plenty to get to. We're gonna have Mike Magee in the studio, and I know you want to talk about RSL. So I'm gonna tee you up for our Twim takeaways because I feel like that might be
Coming straight off the top, yeah. RSL, their first win of the season. Round of applause, thank you. Also, Mike Petke's first win as head coach of the Real Salt Lake. I was there shooting an episode of The Movement, which will be coming out, I don't know, whenever I finish editing it. I don't really actually edit them, sorry. But,
Good grief.
anyways, yeah, this team needed this win, and it was under extreme conditions, obviously freezing cold.
Yeah.
But they had life to their game, you know, spirit under Petke, Rusnak.
He was great.
Yura. I talked to Brian Dunseth at halftime of this game, and he was saying it was the best they'd looked, the best first half they'd looked in years. And they didn't get a goal in the first half, but they just kept pushing and kept pushing. Chao Plata was lively. Sebastian Salcedo, who I interviewed on The Movement as well, he was lively when he came on. They have some nice pieces. Lennon came on the right flank. They've got some nice young pieces there. I think a big win for them going forward. And congrats to Mike Petke.
All right, so my Twim takeaway.
Wait, hold on, I forgot one more thing. We got to give a shout out to Javi Morales, the old RSL legend, of course, joins the 50-50 club. That's pretty cool. 50 goals, 50 assists. His first goal for Dallas in their win 2-0 over Minnesota United.
Well done, Javi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, can I do my Twim takeaway now?
please.
All right, so last week, James McCracken got in the comments, wanted us to talk about
What a cool name.
the Philadelphia Union.
McCracken. Release the McCracken.
McCracken. And so, James, you ask, I deliver. We're going to talk about Philly. Unfortunately, the news not so good. They are still winless. They lose 3-1 at home to Portland. And this was a game, it started out really well for them. They looked like they were kind of controlling the tempo, creating chances. Richie Marquez gets that goal in the 26th minute, but then 5 minutes later, Darlington Nagbe gets the equalizer, and then it was just as if Portland smelled blood. And I don't know, when you look at Philadelphia's lineup, you think, I mean, there's so much talent there, and I just don't know why it's not coming together for them. Calen, any thoughts?
I think in this one, you got to give credit to Portland. I think Philly obviously has to figure out their early season woes, but I think they have the pieces to get going. But Fernando Adi, of course, he becomes the all-time leading goal scorer in Timbers history, and that's a storied franchise, so congrats to Fernando Adi. A lot of milestones this week, but yes, you're right. Philly's got to figure it out, but I feel like they've got the pieces, like you said, to make it happen.
Well, it's a big day on This Week in MLS. Joining us in studio is an one-time MLS MVP, two-time MLS Cup winner, one-time goalkeeper. This guy, Mike Magee. Do you ever get surprised at how people, you've had this amazing career, but people want to talk about the one game you played keeper?
I'm not surprised, no. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I'm very surprised that I feel like everywhere I go, that's the only thing people bring up. So it's funny and humorous. And
Clean sheet, man. I mean,
I'm happy just to not talk about the
dream.
2 MLS Cups he got over me.
you scored on us, though,
Still
man.
hurts.
Zing!
Yeah.
Zing!
It doesn't really matter much, but give us an update, man. What are you up to? I know you're in Chicago, but what is life like post-soccer for you right now?
It's sad. You know,
I feel you, man. I feel your pain.
I miss the guys. I miss the game.
Should I get some Kleenex here?
You know, that's why I started calling you guys and begging you to let me on the show. So I'm missing it, man. It's It's terrible.
We're glad to have you.
We are super glad to have you.
Yeah, and when we look at Chicago, our former club, we both played there.
I'm from Chicago too. I don't know if you guys.
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
we got the whole crew
I don't know
here.
if
Yeah,
this is
great.
like a little Chicago posse. I love it.
What do you think about the addition of Schweinsteiger and the direction of the club right now?
It's awesome. You know, seeing them spend big money on a real player who's obviously awesome is not only going to raise the profile, but you know, I think change the culture within the club. And the other guy I love is Dax. You know, I think that's for me even a bigger sign. I think what he brings as far as a winning mentality and competitor and a guy that's gonna not take no for an answer. So it's cool.
Do you think they're doing enough right now? Where I mean, I just want to see this team make the playoffs. I want to see them get back into the postseason glory. Is this? I mean, do you see that as the trajectory that they're on right now?
I think they're at a place now where they can finally add one or two more pieces and be a really good team. So they're not there yet, but they're close and they're at a point where they're gonna get better. So we got a lot of hope right now.
Yes, reason for hope in the Windy City. I love it. Let's talk about your other former team, the Galaxy. Big win for them this weekend. They had kind of sputtered out the gate. Now, just a lot of new faces. They've got a new manager. Do you think this is a case where LA just needs a little bit of time for these pieces to kind of get used to working together?
Of course, they went young and that's great. You know, they got some great young players. There's obviously going to be a little bit of transition. They've been unlucky with injuries and suspensions, and it's what are we in April? Is that what month we're in right now?
Yeah. April.
So they're gonna figure it out, and having a little adversity early, I think it's a good thing.
So yeah, one of our commenters last week was like, David S. He said, LA is going to miss the playoffs. Is this guy like, is he jumping the gun here? I mean, this is like, that's like a total Debbie Downer comment right there.
David S. is probably from Seattle or San Jose, and that's wishful thinking.
Hot take. Hot takes. Hot takes. Well, thank you so much for joining us in studio
Thanks
today. This is
me.
a treat.
Come back again, man.
Yeah.
I get lonely in here. I
Good.
need more former players swinging through.
It's nice to have a distraction from this guy.
I will accept any offer from you guys or anything. Just get me out here.
All right, love it. We're going to hit you up when we come visit Chicago, too.
Awesome.
Thanks, Mike. All right, well, last week, one of our commenters, Timmy Fanu, said, hey, guys, talk about Sporting KC. So guess what? We're going to talk about Sporting
Timmy's
KC.
in the show like every week.
Timmy,
pull up a
loves the
chair,
show.
dude.
Timmy's all in.
He's in
and
the
now we're
comments every
delivering.
week.
We're going to talk about Sporting KC because they had an absolutely dominating performance last night. Just some beautiful goals. That Gerso goal from Espinoza.
Outside of the left, yeah.
Oh, it was just so pretty. So that was a really good thing for them to build on. Also want to give a shout out to Seth Sinovich, who scored his first regular season goal in 158 games.
Fun fact, do you want regular season, right?
Regular season, yes.
Because he scored against us in the playoffs.
In
Houston. But I think it was in a losing effort when we went to MLS Cup.
You had to just like get that little.
Sorry, I mean Mike Magee was on the show, so I'm feeling kind of sensitive about losing some.
Oh, and while we were talking about first goals, I want to give a shout out to Portland's Roy Miller, who also scored his first goal in 7 seasons in the league. That's amazing.
I hate to do this, but I think he's got a couple own goals.
You are so cruel.
I know.
Dang.
I couldn't resist.
Dang. You are cold.
Yeah.
You are so cold.
Hey.
All right, hey, guess what? We gotta do a read and set up all the games. Do you wanna do it? I
Yeah.
usually do this.
Where do I read?
Ready?
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta do it with some pace.
Hold
though,
on, let
Calen.
me
Here.
go full
Oh.
Susannah. Oh, you want the hat too?
Yes, come on.
Okay, here you go. Switch.
Thanks.
Okay. Now next week with Easter, all the MLS action will take place next Friday and Saturday, starting with a couple national television games on Friday night, first at 7 p.m. Eastern time. The Union try to get their first win of the year as they face NYCFC on ESPN. Then at 11 Eastern, Unimas has San Jose facing off against Dallas. What's up, FC Dallas? 8 games on Saturday with a huge matchup on Big Fox. Bear with me. The Galaxy travel to Orlando to face Calen's bestie. I guess that would be my bestie, Kyle Aaron and Orlando City. All right, now on to our twin trifecta. Susannah, what's yours?
That was so good. It's not as easy as it looks, is it?
Whew.
It's a lot of words, man. You gotta
You do it like you make it look easy. That's impressive.
How'd the hat feel?
It feels nice.
I like this.
Yeah.
I like this.
Okay.
All right, trifecta
Yes,
time.
please.
Ready? Okay.
Do them as Calen.
My first one. Just kidding. Tito Villalba from Atlanta. He had 2 goals in that 2-2 draw against Toronto. And I just want to point out, too, that they're still without Josef Martinez. And they are still,
Somebody needed to
producing.
step up in his place.
And hit that first goal. Man, you just got a sense of his speed. He is so fast. I mean,
that whole team is just blazing.
Yeah. It's super fun to watch. Okay, second of my trifecta, Dax. Good old Dax.
You do Dax every week.
I know. I love this guy because when you talked about it a couple of weeks ago. They bring him in, to sort of bolster that midfield. Then they sign Bastian Schweinsteiger, and you're sort of like, how is this going to work? But then you see them sort of, building this connection, and then Bastian Schweinsteiger comes out and tweets, just how valuable a guy like Dax is to this team. Talks about his experience, and so it's just, I don't know. I'm very, very happy.
Well, you heard
Dax
what Mike Magee
gratified.
said. He said Dax was the more important signing of the two.
Yep. So
I'm having trouble taking myself seriously with this.
I think you look great.
I'm rocking it. Let's go.
You're rocking it.
What's your third one?
And then my third one is the New England backline, who managed to keep Houston scoreless. Not a tall order. Kubo Torres didn't have a goal. It's the first team that has been able to stop him.
Well, I thought they had an interesting attack. Credit to Jay Heaps because they kind of absorbed a little bit, didn't give Houston that space in behind to hit on the counter, and then they were the ones who were actually able to exploit that space in behind with Kai Kamara with a nice finish, and then Juan Agudelo cleans it up.
Yeah, looking good in New England. All right, your turn.
Okay, I gotta remember. Let me get me back to my thing here. Okay, we have Josie to Javinko. I mean, that was my first one because you're not gonna see a cleaner touch and finish than that in MLS. Those two, a joy to watch together. That was probably the game of the weekend, Atlanta and Toronto FC. Then I also have, I go on the cheat sheet, I'm not ashamed to say it. How could I forget? Servando Carrasco.
Oh, your boy!
And look, this one is a tough one because he got dropped from the starting lineup. He's been in the starting lineup throughout the entire season. They lose that last game to Columbus. He's a casualty of that, and you can sit and sulk. It'd be easy to do that. But then, of course, Torino goes down in the first 15 minutes, and I give Servando a ton of credit for not sulking. He goes right in the game, makes a difference, gets the game winner, man of the match performance. Him and in the midfield with Will Johnson and what's the guy? What's homie's name? And then
homie's name.
Igita. My bad. My brain just fell apart. Those three were excellent throughout, and I think that's a positive thing. They switched to the diamond formation. Jason Kreis and his guys got his guys going. Oh, and then my last one, DC United. They beat NYCFC 2-1, and they needed that.
Yes.
Because they got smoked by them 4-1 in the beginning of the season. And so this is one where it's like, they say games in April don't matter. But I think as far as the psychological aspect, they came out, DC said, hey, we want to win this game. We want to prove to this team that, we've got some fight in us. And they get up and come out and get a result.
And revenge on their minds.
The one thing that we called out weeks ago that still holds true is Bobby Boswell back in that center defense. And he's really steadied the ship.
Difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference. Yeah, DC.
Let's go, DC.
Rally Coons, Rally Coons. Guess what it's time for?
What's that? Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I do it?
Yeah, I don't know if I was ready for that this morning, but I got to get ready for Simon.
Okay, ready?
Bring it, Simon.
1, 2, 3.
Did you see that?
I felt good about that one.
Yeah.
That was like...
You been working out?
A little bit. A little bit.
Okay, my Did You See That?
Yep.
Was the snowball. Luis Silva, this was hilarious. I actually caught this in real time because I was freezing on the sideline. But I saw Luis Silva warming up in the, he was actually inside on the bike, getting ready to go in the game, and he slips and then picks up and chucks a snowball.
It was so funny. I was like, oh my God, he really just did that.
That really happened.
It was so great. It was like a petulant child. Like, no.
Yeah, why not? Hey, you want to win? Do you want to win?
I love it.
I play for keeps.
We do whatever it takes.
I play for keeps.
We do whatever it takes. All right, my Did You See That? Madero's goal. Mercy. My goodness. We've had some really beautiful goals in the past couple of weeks, and this one was just another sort of smashed volley.
Well, he comes across it. He comes through it, and it goes to the far post. That was. They
were laughing. It was exactly how they drew up the.
Yeah, I think that's what the commentator said. I was like,
right?
Yeah, really? That was not that.
That is not
how you do that. But wow, that was incredible.
That's it. That's all we got, man.
What about Wando's thigh goal?
Oh, Wando's thigh goal? That was a good one,
I love it.
too.
Wando can score with any part of his body. Just kick it at Wando, it will go in.
That's what he does. That's what he does. So before we go, I just wanted to ask you. I was on the gram earlier today before we were shooting, and I was like, oh, Calen, new post from Calen Carr, and I saw this guy.
Ooh.
And I'm just wondering if you could
little jazz.
Teach me this little pose here. What is this?
I was getting my dance on. I was feeling good out in Utah, you know?
But like, oh my God, with the hat and everything.
Festival life.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Are we going to Coachella this weekend?
Am I doing it? Let's do, you know what? We look the part. Let's go. Let's do it. We're going to Coachella. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Get in those comments. Let us know what you think of the hats.
Our new
Obviously,
looks.
the games this weekend, what you want us to talk about. We deliver, right?
Yes.
That's what we're all about.
Yep.
It's about you.
Shout out to all my Salt Lake people. They say we never talk about them. The movement's coming soon. BTW.
Coming out on Friday. Keep an eye out for it. Tattoos. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. There's nothing about this hat that says Coachella.
Come on. Listen, this is a proper show. It's not festival life. What are you doing? This is a proper show.
Okay, Corduroy.
You want a two-shot?
I need a two-shot to accommodate this hat.
All right.
Coachella!
Coachella, man.